I'm Dave McHugh, and this is my D3 report from Owings Mills, Maryland, where the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops and the Stevenson Mustangs would play under the lights to start the 2013 season. And while the lights were on, the teams were a bit powerless in the first half, not getting any real opportunities to score until North Carolina Wesleyan hit a 27-yard field goal by Chris Richardson with 50 seconds remaining in the half. Again, neither team had a lot of good looks. They didn't have any other field goal opportunities as both defenses played pretty well in the first half, but there were a lot of mistakes as well. Second half wouldn't start much better, though Stevenson certainly got a good drive together. They would score on a 25-yard field goal that would kiss off the upright by Charlie Cornell, ending a 12-play, 75-yard drive with 6 minutes of playing time. They would then tie the game at 3. And believe it or not, that kind of opened up the offenses a little bit. On the ensuing possession by North Carolina Wesleyan, they would march down the field on a 6-play, 66-yard drive, and Robbie Lanier would find Devontae Bately for an 11-yard touchdown, giving them the 9-3 lead. They would fumble the snap on the extra point attempt and then fail the conversion, so they were stuck at 9-3. Stevenson on the ensuing kickoff would return it 49 yards, setting themselves up on a 4-play, 26-yard drive, culminating with a John Kasparovic to Madison Townley 13-yard scamper, giving them the 10-9 lead as they would hit the extra point. Both teams would then go back and forth again. Stevenson would finally get the ball back in the fourth quarter and go on a 9-play, 80-yard drive, eating up nearly 5 minutes of clock, and especially being run by Trey Lee, who had a couple big plays throughout the game, but especially on this drive. It would set up a Jarrett Bragg 2-yard run for the fullback for the touchdown, giving Stevenson the 16-9 lead. They would miss the extra point there. So North Carolina Wesleyan still has a chance but can't do anything on their next possession. Stevenson gets the ball back, looking to ice the game, looking to drive deep into North Carolina territory. Flip the ball off to Bragg. He runs it down and then fumbles as he's going to the ground. The right call. North Carolina Wesleyan gets the ball back and has a chance, again, just down 16-9. But on the very next play, Billy Lewis for the Mustangs would intercept the ball in the middle of the field, ending North Carolina's chances of trying to come back. Stevenson would run on the clock and ice the game on a Charlie Cornell 30-yard field goal, making it 19-9 with just a minute 44 left. North Carolina Wesleyan could do nothing on their next possession. So Stevenson wins its second home opener in its 3 years and its first home opener in school history, again with a 19-9 win. For the stats for North Carolina Wesleyan, Jaquez Alston led the team in rushing on 28 carries for 164 yards. For passing, Dustin Midget caught threw 6 for 10 for 53, and Robbie Lanier threw 5 for 10 with an interception, with a touchdown, I should say, and 73 yards total. Receiving, North Carolina Wesleyan led by Devontae Bately, 5 catches for 49 yards and the touchdown as we described. For Stevenson, they were led on the ground by the freshman Trey Lee, 24 carries for 132 yards, ending a lot of concerns about the absence of K.K. Smith this game and maybe for the season as well due to ineligibility problems. So Lee comes in, makes a huge impact right away, 24 carries again for 132 yards. Passing-wise, John Kasparovic pretty much played the entire game. They did have some moments where Reed came in, but Kasparovic, the only thrower, 10 for 21, a touchdown for 134 yards. Receiving for Stevenson, led by the senior Jeremy Miller on 4 catches for 62 yards. So Stevenson again gets its first season open victory. They will move on next week to play Albright in MAC conference play, an Albright team who they nearly beat last year on the road, but went into overtime, and Albright was able to come back to win that one. North Carolina Wesleyan, under first-year head coach Jeff Filofsky, will go home and face first-time Division III opponent Southern Virginia, also at home next weekend. I'm Dave McHugh for D3 Football, and I hope to see this D3 report on D3football.com.